This shirt I picked up at, I think it's the Lazy Willow Tree? Something like that in the Bishop Arts District in Dallas, okay? It is their design and everything. We walked into it and we walked into the store and Mike was like, Martha, look at that. And then my eyes were like, oh. So anyway, that is where you get this shirt, just a heads up, okay? I have no horse in this race, just letting you know because a lot of people ask me. So first things first, you guys. If you are watching this on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. If you're watching this anywhere else but YouTube, what you're going to do at the end of the video is go to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button, and then also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on aside from this one, okay? All right. Good morning, Shelly. Good morning, Randy. Hi, Martha. Coming back for the replay. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, you guys. Today we are going to talk about how to gently move out of your comfort zone so you can live a life of purpose. Okay? I get lots, and this is a massive thing. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that you guys are, how do I say this? I want to make sure that you guys are understanding your worthiness. I want to make sure that not only do you understand your worthiness, but you know how to take the next step. Because simply not knowing how to take the next step, like jumping out of your comfort zone, that sort of thing, simply by not knowing how to take your next step can leave you in paralysis for the rest of your life, because it looks something like this. It looks like, and some of you, let me know if you have encountered this in your life. It looks like, man, I really wish I could do that thing. Okay, I'm going to try to do that thing. And then you start to, and you realize, oh, this isn't easy, right? I don't really know what I'm doing here. So instead, I'm just going to back up and do what I was doing before. And then what happens is a year goes by, 2 years go by, a decade goes by, and you're no different than you were 10 years earlier, right? And you guys, I feel like one of my jobs here is to illuminate how to be able to move, how to be able to show up as the person you actually are, and be able to step into that life of purpose, right? Without getting freaked out, without paralyzing yourself, without feeling like this isn't for you. You know, there's just no way that we were simply born to live mediocre lives. With as big as our God is, there's no way that we were born to live mediocre lives. We were all born to show up in these different ways to be able to help move our world forward, okay? And whenever we just sink into, and I'm going to use the word mediocrity, and the only reason that I can truthfully use that word is because I know what it's like. I've been there, okay? So whenever we sink into mediocrity, you guys, that's not showing up as who we actually are. And it's not just, I don't want to say a lazy way out, because it's not lazy. I think you desire more, but it just means you're not informed. You don't know how to take the next step. So again, I feel like one of the big reasons that I'm here is to show you is to model it, to say like, okay, here's the next step. And you guys, again, just to a little bit of a rabbit hole here, trail, whatever. I believe that the things that we go through, so my alcoholism, all of that stuff, right? That brought me down to like I was low, right? And so I had to take my steps to get out of that. So what I'm saying is, if you have things that are going on where you're like, I don't even see it, Martha. Like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. Yes, I desire to. I have no idea how that's going to happen. I'm here to model to you what it looks like to have done that, and then to go back and actually show you how to be able to do it, you guys. And like I was saying earlier, I believe that we go through the things that we go through to be able to help other people do the same thing, okay? So don't ever forget that stuff that you went through that maybe you're afraid to even say in public, right? There was a time where I wouldn't say that in public. I thought people would think less of me. And then I realized I needed to say it in public. I needed people to know that that was my background. I didn't, to come as a perfect person all put together is of no value to anybody, right? People need to understand what you went through to know like that you're the real deal, okay? So anyway, here we go. I have 4 points, okay? So if you have your notebook in front of you, let me see. Oh, Angela, good morning. Yes, I recognize that. I need to get out of my comfort zone, but I get paralyzed. It's okay. We're going to talk about it today. No big deal, okay? So again, how to gently move out of your comfort zone. Some people are good to just jump off the deep end. I had to jump off the deep end. I couldn't just ease myself into it because it was out of necessity. I had to jump off the deep end. But that's where miracles happen too. Or where you can tell miracles are happening. Does that make sense? Because I was definitely, you could tell I didn't do it. There's no way I did it. Number 1, you guys, say yes and figure it out later. Okay, this is actually a really big one for me. Now, it sounds a little bit ambiguous, sounds a little bit like, what? A little cloudy. Let me explain it. So, whenever people ask you something and you're saying that, I'm just looking at my time here. Whenever people ask you to do something and you feel that nudge or you feel that push, what you do is you say yes, all right? And then you figure out how you're actually going to do it later. So don't get so in your head, because when you feel the nudge or the push and then you don't say yes to it, you've just missed an opportunity. Okay? You need to know that. When you feel the nudge or the push to do something and then you choose not to do it, not right or wrong, but you just missed an opportunity. 100%. Okay? So what you do is you say yes to it and then you figure it out afterward. And here's what I have noticed, here is what I have experienced in my own life, is that whenever I say yes, I hardly ever know how I'm going to do it. Hardly ever do I know how I'm going to do it. But I know that it's going to happen. I know that a way is going to be made for me. I know that things will be made easy for me and it will just come, okay? But I have to say yes. And a lot of you guys are in my programs, and the way that I say yes and the way that I talk about it in my programs is planting the flag and saying, I commit to this, okay? I'm not flirting with it. I'm not like, maybe I'll do that, right? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm planting a flag and saying, yeah, I commit. I'll do this. And then once I plant the flag and say, I commit, I'm going to do this, it's almost by, I'm going to say magic, right? that people start coming into my awareness. People are like, oh, I was thinking about this thing, and I was thinking about this thing. And then I'm like, okay, let's do this, because it's all right here. The ingredients to my cake are all right here. Now let's just put it all together. And the thing is until you plant your flag or you commit and say you're going to do something, none of that happens. It is so weird, but you can trust it. I'm telling you, you can trust it, because it happens every single time for me. And it's not just me. I'm no different than anybody else. We're all the same, okay? So if it happens every single time for me, you can bet your bottom dollar, friends, that it's going to happen every single time to you. But here's the thing. You have to fully commit to a yes and say, I will do that. And then all of the things will start coming around. Like, how many people joined HBR and they were like, I didn't have the money or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, checks. You guys, there are posts in HBR of like random checks showing up at people's houses that cover the cost. It's like the weirdest thing. Or their husband will pick up a job that like 10x covers the cost. And there's like just weird stuff starts happening. Weird. I'm going to put weird in quotes. We know it's not weird, right? We know it's not weird. But it's divine. But we'll just say weird for right now. But you guys, that it would not have happened if they had not committed and said yes to a thing. That's what, and I'm not just talking about HBR. I'm saying anything that you do, say yes to it. Okay? If you feel the nudge. If you don't feel the nudge, don't do that. Okay? All right. Oh my gosh, Megan. Megan, yes, that's exactly what happened to me. Heck, yes. April, yes, this is exactly what's happening for me. It's what happens, you guys. Amanda, yes, I joined HBR without the money to do it. It's been worth every penny. It shows you how to be able to make income on your own from home. I don't want to do anything else. And it's in service to other people. I choose not to make an income any other way other than to be in a win-win-win-win situation in service to other people. I choose not to. I choose not to make money any other way. I choose only to make money in ways where every single person in the situation is a winner, where nobody loses or feels less than, or like they have been ripped off or anything like that. I choose not to make money that way. I choose to make money in a way that everybody feels good, everyone feels served, everyone is better for the interaction. That's what I teach you guys. It feels good. You become a leader, and you don't even necessarily have to have like the leader gene, which there are not leader genes, just by the way. It's whether you decide you're going to stand up in front of people and show them how to get to a different thing. Okay, that's a leader. There's nothing, special about it. Are you going to stand up and show people how to do a thing? That's a leader. Okay, you guys. All right. Boom. Yes. Megan, I did the math over and have over $2,000 coming in this week from what is now passive income to me. Yes, this week, you guys. Sabrina, yes, I thought I couldn't swing it. Everything shifted and all of a sudden the money was there. My husband said, do it, and I jumped. You guys, we just had a get-together, and then I'm going to go through the last 3 points. We just had a get-together on Saturday of just, about 30 people that are in my programs, and we all just got together and hung out and ate and laughed and had fun, cried, had a praise session. It was great. Everybody is growing, and it's shifting, and it's affecting everybody that they know. And if you ever wondered how you actually make good, substantial, sustainable change in the world, it's teaching. It's teaching people and showing people a different way. And that is how we make change in the world. Until people know a different way to do something, they'll continue to do it the way that they've always done it because that's their belief that is real. But when they see something else, all of a sudden there's something new that has opened up to them. And that's what I believe we're here for. So, okay, number 2, worst case scenario. You guys have heard me talk about this before. What you're going to do is you're going to think of your worst case scenario. Okay, so if you say yes to this thing, so again, we're gently pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone so we can live a life of purpose, okay? So what you do is you think of the worst thing that could possibly happen if you were to do this, the thing that you said yes to, because you do need to get that out of your headspace, okay? So what you do is you write it down, what's the very worst thing that could happen, the thing that you fear most, okay? You write it down, and then you come up with a plan if that happens. Okay, so if that were to happen, here's what I would do. And then you fold it up, put it in a box under the bed, right? All you need to do is you need to get it out of your head. You can put it in a notebook, put it wherever. All you need to do is you need to pen to paper, get it out of your head onto a place that is like a plan if that happens, okay? Here's my emergency plan if I need it. But then you'll realize once you get it out of your head onto paper and somewhere else, you'll know that like that's taken care of. All right, I don't have anything to be scared of now. So now let's go, right? That's what I do. It works well for me. I've heard other people say that it works really well for them as well. Just get it out of your head, don't worry about it, and then go, okay? Number 3. Create a cheer squad, okay? Find 3 or 4 people that you let them know what you're committing to. If you're in any of my groups, so if you're in Heart-Centered Moms, which the link is in the description of this video here. If you're in Heart-Centered Moms, you can find your cheer squad there. If you're in Gold Getters, you can find your cheer squad there. If you're in HBR, you absolutely have thousands of cheer squad people there, okay? What you do is you find a cheer squad to, like, you cheer for them and they cheer for you. You guys have each other's backs, and really at the end of the day, you're protecting your headspace by having people around you that know what you're doing and are supporting you. Because if you're not careful and you don't have that, you'll have people around you that they just don't understand what you're doing, so they're going to poo-poo it, right? And that's not right or wrong, it's just that's their experience, right? So we need to make sure that those people aren't guiding our decisions because they don't even know what you're doing, so why would they be a good guide for your decisions, yeah? So develop a cheer squad, 3 to 4 people, and I would even do a group chat or something like that. Cheer each other on, okay? And then and you'll have that accountability. And then number 4, you guys, hold yourself accountable. Set your goals. Let me look at my time. Set your goals. Set your weekly goals. What can I get done by the end of the week? You've got your big goals, and then you break them down into smaller goals. You can go to YouTube and search goals and Martha Krejci, and you'll see some goals videos I've done. You set your goals, and then every week, see the goals that you've reached. You need to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing, okay? Don't just say you're going to do a thing and never do a thing, all right? Even if that's all that you've ever done in the past, even if somebody says, well, you've never done that before, there's always a first time. This time's going to be different. And what I usually say to those people, or did, now they see, but what I did say to those people was I can't really, yeah, I know I've said this a million times before, but here's the thing is, now is different. And so I'm not even going to say it to you. I'm just going to do it. So you can just watch. That's what I said. And then it happened. So, but you do have to hold yourself accountable. Okay, you guys? Let's see. I'm going a smidgen over 20 minutes here. I'm going to look at some of what you guys have to say. First of all, I'm actually going to extend a flash sale that I had over the weekend because we fly home today, and I'm kind of just going to equate it to Dallas here, okay? So don't message case study, first of all. Don't do what it says. But what you're going to do, if you want to jump into HBR, if you actually want to start this journey that so many people have started already, you guys, there are people in there, and I've talked about it before, but they're out earning their husbands. They've earned 10x back on their original investment into HBR. You guys, once HBR is paid off, which is not really even that much. For what it is, it's definitely not even that much. But once it's paid off, you guys, then the rest of it is icing. The whole rest of your life is icing on the cake. It's not a big deal. It's really not even that big of an investment. Really. Okay. So, let me see here. What you're going to do in order to jump into it is you're going to message my business page, Livin the Dream with Martha, which is right here, right there. Message it the words flash sale, okay? And then you'll get half off. Actually, it's a little over half off. You'll get a little over half off of what HBR typically is. So not only is it not much to begin with, but you're going to get over half off, okay? But this is going to end at midnight tonight. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So message my business page, Livin the Dream with Martha, the words flash sale, okay? And that's how you're going to be able to get half off, all right, you guys? Now let me see. Randy, I have outgrown my mentor and I really needed to hear what you are saying today. I've been extremely discouraged in ministry, but today you encouraged me. Thank you for serving me today. I love hearing it. Thank you. Sabrina is filling up her notebook. I love it. Oh, let me get this graphic out of the way. There we go. Christiana, and now Uptown Funk is playing in my head. Don't believe me, just watch. Yes, yes. That's pretty much what I told them. Debbie, HBR is so worth it, life-changing for you, your heart and mind, as well as your ability to serve others and support yourself and family. You guys, I've had somebody tell me that that what I teach in HBR, they have seen someone spend over $100,000 to learn the same stuff, okay? And that person is still confused. Not only do I teach you everything that actually works, you guys, but I teach it to you in a way that makes sense for you. And it's not something that I'm saying like everybody is doing exactly the same thing. You're not. You're doing it the way it makes sense for you. And don't feel like you need to have anything put together at all before you jump into HBR, because all you have to have is the tap or the push. You just need to, and I know God's pushing people in there. I mean, it's very clear. The people that are in there are divinely sent. It is so clear, okay? The people that are being pushed in there, you guys, we are the people that are going to be changing this world in a positive way. We already are, okay? And not only are we learning how to do it through our own communities, but like I said, the cheerleaders you need to have around you, you can just pop into the HBR group and get your cheerleading if that's what you need, you guys. It's really, honestly, something that is an amazing thing to be a part of. I can't even take 100% of the credit by any means because it's not mine to take. It has been orchestrated in a way, you guys, that I get to be the facilitator of it. I'm going to cry. I get to be the facilitator of it, but I don't even feel like it's mine. Okay? Like, it's just, I get to teach it. But it's like, it's totally a heaven-sent thing, you guys. This is how we all get empowered to change the world. This is how we're able to get our voices heard. This is how we're able to support the people on the planet right now. This is how things change. And if you think that I'm kidding, I guess just watch. Because it's already happening. Rachel, amen. I've been waiting to hear you say something like this. It's totally what it is. Me too, crying. Right? Home-based revolutionaries. Megan, this is one of the first years in our 13-year marriage that we aren't worried going into the winter because my husband does landscaping. He's not going to have to snowplow and be on call 24/7 through Christmas. You guys, we are meant to live life and live life more abundantly. There was something that somebody said once. I'm just going to go ahead and go over here a little bit. There was somebody said something once, and it's I'm not even going to say who said it because I think I'm going to change it enough that it doesn't even matter anyway. Well, it does. I'm going to butcher it, is what I'm going to say. It's not going to be recognizable. Basically, what he said was that we come here. We're born and we live and we have our lives and all of that, and that our job is to allow God to work through us. And whenever we change in positive ways like this, whenever we develop ourselves in positive ways, we show the power of God through us. And there's no better ministry on the planet than to show God through you. And through the development you do and through the change that happens in yourself, there's no better ministry ever, you guys, than a changed life. And so when our lives don't change and we just do the same day over and over again for years and call it a life, not right or wrong, but God isn't able to be seen through us the same. Okay? So if we really desire to light up this world the way I know we can, we have to change. We have to grow. And yeah, is it a little bit scary? Sure. Because we have these things called egos that as primitive beings were supposed to keep us safe from being eaten by lions, right? So you do have to work through that. But you guys, on the other side is what you're here for. Okay? It's just so good. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Erlene, will you still offer the guarantee? The guarantee is 100% always. That's always going to be. And the guarantee, you guys, that she's talking about is that you'll make $10K a month within the first 6 months, or I continue working with you until you do. That's always going to be a guarantee. Sharon, empowering women and changing the world. Yes. Claudette, it's coming together. The Holy Spirit is at work in me, through me. I'm excited to have a course being released October 17th. Yes, nice. Sandy, enjoying the testimonies. Oh, it's good. It fuels my whole spirit. You didn't butcher anything. That was beautiful. Oh, thank you. Amanda, I've heard ego meaning edging God out, and that's not what I want. Yes, I just had goosebumps when you said that. Autumn, thank you, Martha. Oh my gosh, of course. Jennifer, I'm going through a transformation. I can feel it in my heart. It's only taken 40 years. I can feel the shift starting to happen. Oh, I love it. I love that you make it easy for us to step into the trainings to do it at our own time. That's what, yeah, there's There's no reason, as an educator, there's no reason to make things difficult for people. Why would you do that, right? If you want somebody to have actual lasting transformation, you need to let them do it in a way that they can do it. And if you say you have to do X number of trainings a week or something, that's not sustainable for everybody, right? It's not fair. Sabrina, launching my first course this Wednesday. Boom! Okay, you guys. I'm going to pop out of here. I love you guys so much. If you want to jump into HBR, just message my business page, flash sale, and you can get over half off. I'm going to go running. I love running. I'm going to go running right now. And you guys have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.